Morning. Good morning. Even though no one's here yet. So, I made some changes to no, not changes. I've made the decision to retire two series that I have for League of Maidens. Mainly the ones involving, collecting, like, gear and dark matter / arcane. So those I've practically retired as of today, so I've discontinued those series. However, the main story one and the Build of Maiden series, those are still ongoing. At least until I decide to retire from LOM altogether. Especially with the recent months of the game having no updates. And it's almost been a year since we got like a proper update from them, besides the language localization. So yeah, you kind of wonder what they're doing at this point. But I'm not gonna go into LOM too much, just my point being that I've retired Gear Rush and Shadow Capito. So those two series have been discontinued. Alright, so now onto today's stream for Planet Crafter. Right, so the main goal being I want to get out of the early stage of the game right now, being that 175,000 terraformation. So once I get out of that, then I'm pretty much in the semi-middle part of the game. But considering how much I played in my off time, I've still got a long way to go. Just for comparison, my personal world, I'm already progressed a lot, considering the amount of GTI I have. And not to mention that the planet's already looking like Earth. And my Twitch world, as you can see, still pretty barren. So yeah, let's get to work. I will say, I'll eventually have it good once I unlock new stuff and all that. It'll be a while, especially with how I'm streaming Planet Crafter with my usual 3 hours. But I'll eventually get there. Alright, so a lot of stuff that I got here since I last... Yeah. Let's try out this Chipto outfit. Yeah, so we're gonna keep that. Right. Almost took damage there. Yeah, so blue sky is what I'm trying to work towards. Once I reach blue sky, then I'm pretty much out of the early stage of the game. And I'm pretty much going deep into what the full game has to offer now. As for food, yeah, I'm already growing some of the early game food right now. Alright, so I haven't built that nor the transmissions. Although I do have the stuff to build it now. Right. So what I am gonna do is go collect more iron once again. Since that's still my most demanding resource right now. Okay. Still pretty early game. Well, I say early game. I'm about to get out of it anyway. There we go. More power. But I do need like an open path for me to go through. In between all these solar panels. So there we go. Then more heat and more pressure. I can now make the tier 3 drill. Plenty of energy to spare, so yeah. Okay, 17 pressure. Yeah, so that gives way more. Okay, and now pressure is a lot more amplified. Okay, I can build the ladder now. Try to put it in the middle. Right here, so I have like a central way to access the top. Okay, so I've already explored the shipwreck there, and then this one I'm still currently exploring. Then there's the other over there from my demo days, and then a lot more all around the map, except that one being the new one that I haven't gone to in the demo. So yeah, just a lot of exploring to do. And I think I'll just move the heaters over here. Just so that they're not in the way of the path. lot of things I do right now will eventually just be obsolete in later streams that I do at Planet Crafter. Just cause I unlock something that's just better and just makes other things obsolete. Like with ice, for example, since I'll unlock better methods of getting water, both personal and on a mass scale. So, from what I've heard, actually just yesterday, Atomic Heart's apparently getting a sequel, Atomic Heart 2. So what I take is that Mundfish is about to finish up the story with the original Atomic Heart. Which, well, this is spoilers, but mainly right now, Sergei's main focus is Charla's, which I would imagine like Mundfish would release their final DLC, or I imagine they would create like a final DLC specifically to get Charla's in the original Atomic Heart. Because the second one, I imagine that the story would be taking a different path and just move away from the main story of Atomic Heart being the whole Collective 2.0 thing going south. So it'd be interesting to see where the story will go in the second sequel. And yes, it is unfortunate that the devs from Mundfish are just getting a lot of shit just for having Russian developers in their team. Even though they're, from what I know, that their headquarters isn't even in Russia anymore. Or isn't even in Russia at all, just somewhere in like the Middle East is where they have their headquarters at. And from what I've checked, Mundfish was founded in 2017. So you figured the devs would have had plenty of time to get like visas and stuff to move their company outside of Russia. So yeah, so you figured from there they have plenty of time to just get visas and just get the hell out of Russia. Just long before the shit that they did happened. Nice. Also, this is from when I was watching Suki's stream yesterday that that he was debuting Dune, or what was it, Dune Awakening? Yeah, before they switched to Assassin's Creed Shadows. What caught my attention is how similar that game is to Once Human. Obviously, different design and stuff, but the concept of building your base and then exploring, yeah. It felt so similar to Once Human. And the Fallout 76, because I played both of those games. That's what led me to compare Dune to them. It's just how I see that game. and how similar it is to both Fallout 76 and Once Human. Okay, now would be a good time to go and explore the ship. Back to Munfish, you can't deny that their second sequel looks pretty good. And this is just judging by the teaser trailer, of course. But yeah, there's no denying it. The upcoming game's looking pretty good so far. Atomic Heart was already pretty damn good. At least, even in its final release, it was pretty good. Water, you unkind bastard. Yeah, the more I terraform this planet, the more the locations are definitely gonna change dramatically. Although not as much as I initially thought, but for other places it was obvious. And here we are. Probably need to head back just so I can get some water. Yep, and there's already the low hydration warning. Unless I find some from the chest here, I don't want to take it. I don't want to take any chances. Good thing water doesn't deplete as quickly as oxygen. Although that will change in the long run, but again, that's just because I've already progressed a lot more in my personal world. Definitely not a good idea to stop for resources when your hydration is low. I really need to do like stopping points with certain games so I can focus on the other games that I've left to the side. I really need to do that. Because I've left Polly's Sunny Side, Cult of the Lamb, and then Food Wagon to the side. Definitely need to get back to those games and make more progress on them. And then do like a stopping point for them. Another thing that I've seen, the characters from Stellar Blade, they're now pretty much like, collab characters in Nikkei, because of that collab Nikkei is doing with Stellar Blade. Man, so much better. Yeah, control really does save me a few clicks. And having to craft, get out, and get back in saves me a lot of time there. So I don't need this anymore now that I have access via ladders. Okay, now we're getting close to the craft station now. So once I hit that number, then I'm out of the early stage for good. Still be a while till I get that. Same for that. That one I'm close. And I already got uranium to jumpstart nuclear production. Can I build those outside, or do I have to build them inside the base? That's what I wondered. Because I know with later versions of the nuclear reactor, you can build them outside since they'll pretty much become huge. Or essentially they'll just be too big to fit inside your base in the end. Right. I think I got the extra oxygen bottom. Since it usually takes a while to explore. This... No walls to dismantle yet. Wish you can dismantle these for iron or something. Right, so that's, as far as I'm concerned, that's been cleared. Actually, you know what? I'll leave the chest here. Because there's still more things to dismantle from that wreck. Mainly those computers inside. Or, what's the other name? Basically those giant computer terminals, which I can dismantle later on, but I just don't have the better deconstruct chip for it right now. Alright, nuclear energy. Way better than the solar panels. One problem right now, I can't make uranium rods, and I need to make uranium rods in order to make the nuclear reactor, which I don't have much uranium right now, so that will have to wait. Right, so... step by step. Tier 3. Microchip mining speed. Sure, let's upgrade it. Just faster mining. And there we go. Another chest. This one being nearby. Okay, hold on. Can I just disable auto walking? Huh? Well, that's annoying. Why did I have to break? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna change it to another button. Okay, do I have hit F1 for any? No. Apply close. Okay. So... yeah, so I won't have that issue anymore when I accidentally press Y. Since I hardly touch any of the F keys, so... probably should have done that a while ago. It kept annoying me when I accidentally press Y and I didn't mean to auto walk on purpose. Right, so that poll that I posted on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, whether I should do a gaming industry history video on France, Sweden, or Mexico. Right, so that's done. When I tried to look into, like, the gaming industry in Mexico, basically non-existent. And the only thing that I found was, like, a website that's now been, discontinued. Or that's been defunct. But it was like some kind of website where you had like many games made by probably some Mexican developer. But anything else from Mexico? Not really, because they don't have like a developed gaming industry, or hardly even have a gaming industry at all, since they don't really focus too much on making video games. Considering its history, I don't blame them. Just considering their history and recent history, I don't blame them. Take the more take the more important resources and then put them in a chest. But yeah, I had that poll going, and it was I think it was between Sweden and France that tied. But yeah, if I were to look into the Mexican gaming industry, I wouldn't even find much, because again, considering their history and recent history, they haven't really delved much into video game development. Maybe you might have some indie developers, but who the fuck knows where they are? And if they even are around. Because game development is definitely expensive. Especially if you're starting out on your own, it's expensive. Unless you're creating a simple game that doesn't require too many resources, then there you go. Although, ironically, these days a lot of games, even small ones, require a bunch of resources. Although that's probably not the case. I don't know, maybe in 10 years that might change, and you might start seeing some independent indie Mexican developers or some indie Mexican game developers pop up. One's from the capital of Mexico, one from Nuevo León, Guadalajara, or any of those other Mexican states. I know, I feel like Mexico City would be like a good place to set up a game industry. But again, like I said, Mexico's current history has not been what's the word? Has not treated the country well, is all I could say. Without getting into the drug cartel shit and all that that's been plaguing the country for decades. Okay, first rocket. And if there are indie Mexican game developers, I imagine they probably just focus more on their culture first rather than doing something that's outside of their culture. If we're going by that logic. Although Denmark hasn't been doing that, and they just made incredible games. Since they don't tie too much into their culture as much when they make games. I imagine to be the same with Mexico. I mean, or it's literally any country out there that makes games. They don't focus too much on their culture unless it's for certain reasons. Okay. Or maybe even Tijuana. Or maybe even someone from Tijuana might make an indie game, who knows. Now, what I would imagine what will happen if Mexicans did start getting into game development, whether indie or AAA, it'd probably be focused on real-life stuff. Either their culture or just the shit that they've been going through these past few decades. You probably have some, well, at least here, you probably already have some games made with the help of Mexican Americans, but actual native Mexicans making games won't be for a while. Like I said, maybe in 10 years, that might be the case. Assuming Mexico gets its shit together, because right now it's a shit. Because right now that country is going through a lot of shit. Well, it's been going through a lot of shit for decades. Since the 50s? No. Just throughout its whole existence since 1821. It's been going through a lot of shit. Alright, what have I unlocked now? Ah, the corner. Where to put it is the question. Maybe up here, just have like a second floor of the base. Maybe later. As for the other Latin American countries, you do have a few. I don't know which one, but I would imagine they got some indie developers. And then, I don't know how true this is, but I'm pretty sure Far Cry. Yeah, that game series probably emerged from Latin America. I'm not too sure about that, since I haven't looked into the company that made the Far Cry series. Right, so just put that in there, because I don't know what to do. I don't have the means to use rockets for right now. The ore extractor. Of course, that requires advanced resources to build. Now, talking about where the mother or the birthplace of video games themselves, the US, to cover the whole entire gaming industry of the US in one video, that's asking for a lot from me. The best I can do, since obviously the US was the birthplace of video games, is like do a video of each decade of the US gaming industry. Because from its origins, back when video games were originally used as to play around with radar and a box to move like a little dot, and when it originated from like a former military dude who eventually became, I would say, the great grandfather of what would eventually become video games in the 70s. So, I think if I were to talk about the American video game industry's history, I definitely would have like an origins video, and then maybe start the timeline at around the 1960s, roughly late 1960s, because that's where you also had arcade games, or arcade machines, being born before Magnavox and Atari came into the scene. That radically changed the way how we know video games to this day. Or pretty much how they pioneered what we know as video games today. In consoles, of course. And just like that, I'm officially out of the early game. Now I'm in the later part of the game. So, clouds are next. Just barely enough room to get in here. Alright, now I can start crafting the advanced stuff. And super alloys, because that will definitely be important later on. So that won't be for a while. Close to tier 3 Veggie 2s, which will be built outside. Which will be built outside of the base, but I'll make it easier for myself and build them up here. Since I'm trying to turn this space into an all-in-one location. Now I have more room. US and then video games started to become known all around the world, in which Japan took suit, then becoming the first Asian country to make video games. And then to Europe, right, I'm still doing it by country and then seeing which country in Europe entered the video game industry, because I definitely know that, well, for Eastern Europe, at least Russia, when it was originally the Soviet Union, Tetris was invented, or I believe like around it was either 60s or 70s, I don't remember the exact year. But I think it was like around the 70s, that's when Tetris was invented. And then had this whole entire legal stuff throughout the 80s, until eventually the guy that worked with Nintendo got in contact with the creator of Tetris, and then officially made Tetris a Nintendo game, in which all that came to a close when the inventor eventually immigrated to the US because the USSR collapsed, became a natural citizen, and just did business with anything and everything related to Tetris to this day. Which, from what I've seen recently, Tetris is still making bank, even with all the spin-offs that it's been doing up to now. It's still making bank to this day. Nothing. Well, there's the fusion reactor. So I've made it. And there's the first bioplastics. Beans. Alright, here we go. The better food stuff. And it becomes even better later on. got a lot of these. I don't want to take any more right now. So let's just go ahead and take the rest back to base. And then, the other country, besides Mexico, Sweden. Well, obviously they've definitely got their history, along with Denmark. They definitely got their history with video games. I mean, well, their history with, well, their current history, pretty much having, pretty much where PewDiePie originated from, and Minecraft being created. And then of course the furniture store IKEA. But then it's old history, just not really mentioned much, except for the fact that they stopped partaking in wars since the early 1800s. And just became a neutral nation since then. I think by far the only nation that I know that has been very neutral for over 2 centuries. Which is pretty incredible to resist the urge to have to fight anyone. Even though you got the UN these days. Alright, mapping and the recycling bin. Perfect. So, yeah, definitely upgrade. It's not bad. That's gonna start clogging up space. That's gonna start clogging up space at some point. Right, so that's already close to being unlocked, so if anything to do. I'm not gonna move those, so I think... Actually, the same thing for the hearers, I don't think I'll move them yet. Unless, how long will it be? Until I unlock the better heater. I guess I can just move them from now. So, just I have a bunch of them, just producing here. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, because they didn't take that much energy. Let's just build more of them. Just pretty much boost the production of heat some more. And that KTI is going quick. Since I got the room, might as well move the seats into here. Well, pretty much my goal was already achieved early, so... But I'll still keep going anyway. Already cleared that, so then... Another base for in there, since that's where I can get a source of super alloy. So that to be crafting it for now. That looks like a square car. My base right now. Reminds me of one of those like axles or something. Or like how I built my base right now, it just kind of looks like a suspension. Or like some kind of square suspension. Or square artery. Let's go get some super alloy. That'll be the next part of the base's development. And also the craft of the next set of items I need. I'll take a bit of oxygen, thank you very much. Alright, I need to get the base built first, and then I'll go and scavenge around. Just so I'm not losing oxygen in the process. And here's the next wreck to look into. Originally, I didn't think I can get up here just by going through here at the time. But now that I do know, then it's just convenient for me. Also want to build this space somewhere where it's a lot more open. Guess we'll start scavenging. Okay. Just so that I don't have to be jumping every time I need to build a platform here. Okay, that works. And more to loot in here. It also gives me direct access to these hills here in the crevasse. Getting a bit ahead of myself. Yeah, sure. I'll take them all. Yeah, so these machines here, I eventually need to come back to, scrap them all, and then I can pretty much complete scavenging from the wrecks. Food's not a problem. Food is definitely not a problem for right now. Especially since I'm already developing my supply as I'm growing food. Better food for that matter. Okay, I'll leave those there for now since they're not that important to me. I will take all the uranium because I definitely do need that. Yeah, I know there's gonna be a couple of crates just littered around this chasm. It's just a matter of when I will eventually find them all. And also this place is littered with a lot of aluminum as well, even though it's not the actual biome itself. And that's what's changed here. I can actually climb up here. Whereas before I couldn't. Great. I can build my first rocket. If I had a launch platform. If I had a launch platform for that. Okay, so that's 3, 6. I'm missing 2 more to make a rod. Okay, let's make an expansion. Hmm. Now I'll just stick it in here. One thing that I definitely need to do more is to not pick up too many resources that I'm not gonna use as much, like magnesium, for instance. Because I do end up with a surplus of that stuff. And it just keeps stacking. Obviously I got the shredder to just destroy that stuff, but still. Actually, no. I probably should just consider just using the shredder and just destroy what I don't need. Just saves me a lot in inventory space in the long run. think I now have enough for a uranium rod. Nuclear power, here I come. Be nice if I had like an actual human moderator instead of just letting SiriBot do all the work. But considering my time frame, I don't think that's possible. And in other people's time frames, it's impossible. Because they would have to match my timeline, my time frame during my daytime. And if I stream it, I had to match their time. It's just difficult. Difficult to find a follower of yours that can moderate for your channel at the time that you stream at. At least for my situation right now. There were, but not as active as they used to. They're mainly like the follow and leave type, because they're just busy with other things at the moment. Or just straight up don't interact with you at all. Like, this is just pretty much my crafting corner here. Definitely could do a better job at that. And we're not that far off to clouds now. Right, so, biodome. Right, so oxygen stubs. Question is, where's a good place to put them? probably expand out to here and then build a biodome. But I think I might just build it out from here. Just so that I have the space to build it, or to build it out there. I mean, this is good enough if I want to build it that way, but still need more room, so... If anything, I would rather just build it going that way, instead of here. Because I would prefer to have the clearance, or the view, visibly intact, rather than being blocked by another building. And they don't even have the well, of course they do have the resource. What am I talking about? But do I have the power, though? This requires 37. No, I don't. I'll just have the resource on me anyway. Or why not build the reactor first, and then I can get to building the dome. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, can I? I can. That's... Actually, no, I want to keep that clear. And there we go. Better power. More power to be... More importantly, I have more power. Also, building this on a foundation, it's pain. Or when you expand the foundation, just make it a pain to build this, so yeah. So now I got a biodome. An up and running one. Probably should rotate it so I can access the desk. There we go. And there's the launch platform. So now biomass is unlocked. But no point in coming here. I'm gonna just go and check the blueprints terminal. Yeah, so biomass that will be unlocked for a while. Okay, so the last of the oxygen, because I'll eventually reach infinite oxygen soon. Which I'm not gonna dismantle this after I've achieved permanent oxygen, because it'll still be important later on. The backpack, on the other hand, I still continue to craft bigger and better ones, but that requires me to terraform the planet even further. Okay. Yeah, so like, I got the clearance space to just go straight through with this, so I should be fine. So back to the crevasse, or is it a canyon? No, because canyons are usually open at the bottom, just very tall, with like a center being open wide. Cliffs, there we go. Cliffs. I'll try a different route through. Tier 3 here. Now that will start. Now that will require the iridium rods. I think maybe this stream or the next time I stream Planet Crafter, I'll pretty much be at the stage where I'm evolving very quickly. And I'll just end up with the best by the end of that next stream. Take that. Fabric. Space food. More space food. The alumina, and then some iron. And this iridium. Good to go. there's still probably those players that still have the "you're doing it wrong" mindset when they tell people. Okay. Iridium rods, so let's upgrade to that. Shit, I may as well just move these outside. May as well just move the heaters outside at this point. Put it like... Oh, okay, I can't even put them outside yet. Not these. Okay, so not these. I can't put those outside. I would still have to put them in here. Okay, what's my power supply at? 31. So I can build it, I just need more super alloy and 55 energy. Till I get a jetpack, I don't think. You're jumping up and down for right now. Because for that, I need 2 rocket engines. To make rocket engines, I need that, which I don't have a lot of right now. Oh, and I got clouds already, so rain is next. Which will be interesting. Because this exists. And there's the grass spreader unlocked. Alright, and the veg tube. Let's see. So, water bottle to silicone. Yeah. Popped under, and oxygen is spreading quick. Let's see. And further amplify the oxygen supply. Okay, I've already got a base here going. For Iridium. So now I really want to get that jetpack. Now I really want to get the jetpack going. Oh, now you allow me to get you. Gold, baby, gold. Good thing there's an unstuck button. Just gonna take all that. So soon I'll probably have to start looking for the second tier or for the high tier resources, and then soon enough the legendary resources, but that's not till much later. Till I have a better means of exploring the planet. I need to move those. So, okay, so both iron and titanium I'm low on. I just have enough to build another nuclear reactor. Take that out, put that in. Foundation angle. Okay, let's go build that and double my power. Let's see, if I were to download the demos for Solar Blade after this, I probably would want to move some stuff that is taking up space on my computer first, and then install the demo. Because I've only got so much space with a pre-built computer that gives me 500 gigabytes of space. If I built my own computer, then I probably would just buy more space, and I wouldn't have that issue. Alright. So make this much more clean. And there's the grass forming. Knowing when it does that. Okay, I'm spared. Now that looks like a cleaner platform build. That definitely looks like a much cleaner platform build. Can't build that because I don't have fertilizer yet. I think the fast progress has already begun. Yeah, it's already begun. Definitely a lot of resources here where the pod landed. I definitely need to go and scavenge. before the place fills up with water. And that's what my base currently looks like right now. 2 hours, 15 minutes into the stream. Knockers. Welcome. Welcome to my, planet, base. In which I'm terraforming this entire planet, right now. I just got rain and now I'm focusing on liquid water next. Yeah, and I'm already at the point where I'm gonna be progressing very quickly. Initially I thought it was gonna take a while, but nope, the process has already begun. So I'll just progress very fast from here. I don't think I'll be needing that ice anymore now that I've unlocked the collector. So I'll just build that and then move on. I think for now, just put it over here just so I can get a stable amount of water. Or a stable supply of water for the most part. Since you're here, Nox, this is the first time you've seen me play this game on stream. Just wanted to let you know, I have played this game in the past when it was a demo. And, 4 years later, I finally decided to stream the game again, now in its completed version. Yeah, so a lot of stuff has been put into the game since I last remembered it during its demo days. Just a lot more has been added since then. Explore further, that obviously. I don't think you'd be interested in this game because it's not really, you're not really the type to just build stuff. You're mainly the type that likes to play action games and all that. But if it is, then basically you just build and evolve as you terraform the planet. It's the same thing with Dune, as well. Oh, well, that. Oh. And I reached, 1 million. So there's my little astronaut character. Which, this is also new, that they've added the ability to see your character via emotes or by sitting down. Okay, that won't melt until I reach that amount of heat. Okay, so you did have some open world survival building gameplay experience. Maybe Maybe it's just me. I've just been used to seeing your Minecraft world in creative mode, since you don't usually spend a lot of time in survival mode. Unless it's to test something. Again, this is just from what I've seen in your streams. Okay, so I definitely need to go around here to that one spot, unless that's covered with ice. This could be like that, huh? I'll pass. Definitely need to get a rover soon. Just get that up and running to explore the planet more conveniently. Okay, how about here? Is that also... No, it's wide open. No ice blocking. And this is where I'll be collecting my osmium and sulfur. This could be a long walk back. Alright, how much was it to... 2 osmium. Got it. The osmium caves are over here. Don't really need sulfur yet. I can't even access them. can't even access them yet. At least now I have access to sulfur right now. Osmium, I definitely want to get that next. Unless I get super alloy first. The teleport is gonna be fun to build. Once I have a large supply of resources to build it. That's gonna be fun. %, growth for grass. It's getting me there. BRB. Gotta go use the restroom. So it's reminding you a lot more of No Man's Sky. Is it also a game where you terraform an entire planet, or does it work differently? Because I have heard of No Man's Sky, but I haven't really looked into the game as much. Alright, and I'm a little bit faster now. 11. Yeah, I might as well fix my water supply issue once and for all. Just not to be mining ice anymore. Even though I still have to. So I can make more food growers. and out here again. Okay, I have one engine, I can make the other, and then build the jetpack so I can finally fly. And just navigate a lot faster. And now it's time to fly. Ah, finally. And now navigation has become faster. Okay, I've already got started with biomass because of the spreader. So then the biolab will be unlocked. And I think for that I probably should start expanding over here. Or actually over here. So that's where I got my... Since that's where I got my plants and stuff focused at. We'll see. Because I also have food growing here, so it would make sense to expand this way. Just on the opposite side of where the entrance to the base is. Now my water supply has been taken care of. Feels like I'm building like some kind of university campus in space. Or the vaults in Fallout. It's pretty much like a mix of those two, like building a university with the concept of vaults in Fallout. Okay, no more having to craft water, that's already done for me. see. So last stream I ended with building food growers, so then this one I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I decide to end the stream with. Because if I don't, then I'm gonna be here all day. And I'd rather avoid having an addiction with this game. Because it is very addictive. Let's see. Okay, yeah, the ice. Oh, wait. It has started melting, so. Alright, now I can access osmium. Since the planet's heating up at an alarming rate, so. All the ice is going away. Okay, so either I've built the first mining rig, or I unlock something and then I'll end the stream from there. Whichever one comes first. Okay, okay, more. Which I have no access to right now. Could just build a rig here so I can get access to osmium. A resource that's vital to building these. Yeah, just cause I'm gonna need it, eventually I'll build it here. So I can get a steady supply of osmium. Practically have just about everything here. I still need to get back into Minecraft and removing all those bases that I've built. Just remove them and then just create like better bases mainly, because I already got the elytra and I just bypass through all the bases that I passed by shortly. Since I can already travel a greater distance with the elytra now. Just a matter of when will I get back to Minecraft and do that. Since I got all these other games that I want to make progress and or complete. could be for a while. This could be a while. Close, but not quite. Yeah, so I guess I'll build the rig, and then I'll end stream there. Just to make sure I have enough power for it. Just enough, but yeah. Might as well make more lockers to store them in. So back to solar panels for me. Okay. And I'm short on one. Okay, so I guess iridium will be the next thing to take care of. Or iridium will be the next thing to be turned into a mining site after I get osmium set up. Okay, so Biolab's coming up soon. I won't do organics research until the next stream. It's like build the rig and then come back to my home base, then I'll end there. Food. Do not want to forget that. Definitely should be using the jetpack. Definitely should be using the jetpack to make traveling faster. The best space mon in the galaxy. Yeah, so I'm saving that for the next stream. Yeah, so I'm saving the biolab for the next stream if I can build it. Since I definitely need the advanced resources to build that. Oh, right, I forgot. I just realized that this can only do like basic ores, it can't do advanced ores yet. I just realized. Because as I did that in my personal world, I didn't get the ore that I think I would have gotten, because that would only be obtained with like the higher tier mining rigs. So I guess I'm just gonna take it back to base and build it there. At least start mining the basic resources from the ground, rather than have to go and extract them myself at this point. Since I need to start focusing on the advanced resources. Alright, so if anything, let's build it over here. And now we have an automated mine. And with that, I'll stop here. So this is what my personal world Earth looks like right now. and then compare that to the Twitch one. Still a long way to go. Okay, Planet Crafter streamer or someone else to raid. Let me have a look. Found one. Uh, Donnie underscore TTV. Also streaming Planet Crafter right now, so I'll send you. I'll send you to them. And I'll see you in another stream. So until then, goodbye.